Well, good evening, America. This is Ramblin' Randy here in the deep piney woods of East Texas. And to tell you what I've decided this is all going to be like. I mean, if you've been following me at all, one thing will be consistent in the fact that I'm not. Because if you fully, or once you fully understand what I've saddled up here, your head's gonna be spinning out too. I mean, I say these things and you haven't met me. I don't have a website up per se on this project. I keep saying this thing's gonna be ready in a little bit, and it is gonna be ready in a little bit. But here's the upside to that. You will not believe this thing. If done properly, if you can hear my voice, if you can hear my voice, no matter how you look at it, whether it is the most magnificent gifting, true from the heart, pure gifting program that can cause you to become quite amassed with gifts, however how you want to put it in your good old heart, or if you just stone cold looking for the cheese, is a winner for me. Doesn't make me any difference, because people are going to watch these movies. In order to get the carrots, you're going to have to walk a little bit through the valley, if you will. Going to have to watch a few movies. Going to have to listen to a few things. You're going to have to write a little bitty small couple 3 to 5, 10 paragraph little dissertation on what you have learned, because this is no toy. This is no toy. This is in the big boys and girls world. I'm just trying to do a little educating here. Once someone understands and catches on, you'll see that life is a game. It truly is a game, mixed with the ability from a divine creator, most referred to as God. That makes everybody warm and fuzzy, but no question about whatever letters you put on this source, there's only one of them. And believe it or not, we're little bitty spin-off replicas. I guess a better word right now would be little robots, except human little beings. I'm not going down that path with you right now. Or really, I don't know if I ever will, but let me stay on point so I don't ramble. It's become apparent to me there's some things that I don't care who you are, whatever it may be, that we need to talk about. We seriously need to talk about some things. From a different platform, from a different perspective, with a different mindset. Just, my God, we're Americans with questions. They ain't gonna tell us. Damn it, they ain't gonna tell us. They're not gonna shoot straight with us. We gotta go sub rosa. What'd he say? That's all I do, is sit around here and try my very best to explain in certain words. You know, Dr. Richard Allen Miller was just over there with Rex Bear. Rex, what a hell of a show you had there, dog. Great show with Richard Allen Miller. I'm quite familiar with Richard Allen Miller. Oh my Lord, one of the most magnificent minds that's been on this little blue planet for quite some time. He's right up there with the big boys. And so are you. That is no joke. I kid you not. I'm firmly convinced even those that have been completely wired wrong, if they accept the fact of what they have the ability to do. You know, if you can stack a sentence together, Common Core hadn't got you too much yet. You have the ability. So, for quite some time, it's very, very simple thing that we have to do. But the powers that should not be, and others who have used this particular accounts payable system for ill-gotten gains and for personal gain, rather than what it can be used for now, for the best shot in the arm that this country could ever have. And what would that be? About another 1 or 2 million millionaires and above. And the only way that they can get there is to help me save this country. Is that a big enough sweet carrot for you to come run at you, old water bag horse, or whatever it is? But Seabiscuit was quite good. See, if you listen to Richard Allen Miller a lot, and I'm not quite as old as he is, and I don't talk as fast, and I don't bob my head as much, but if you look at him, we cut from about the same cloth, or at least he's got a bunch. It's his. I'm going to have to lay a little bit of this off on him, because I was involved with certain tactics that I was forced to learn back in the day. But amazing being he is. But all that I'm telling you is this. We can save this country. And it will not be hard to do. All you've got to do really is listen to me. If you listen to me and you have any smidget of love for this country, and you have just an inkling left of the ability to use critical thinking, discernment, logic, and facts connected to a divine source, whatever you want to call it, because we're all connected to a firmament. Big word, we'll chat about it at another time. But if you have any of those, if you just listen to me and have other people just simply listen to me, I'm going to tell you a little secret. And along the way, as you're listening to me, you can be drooling on the couch, pass out and wake up. You can be between operations in the scrub room, or wherever it may be. I need your mind. I need your focused attention in the worst way. Where attention goes, energy flows, and that's the seed of manifestation. You see, there are those out there that know this to be true. Do a little history on Sigmund Freud's nephew. Who's Sigmund Freud? I know I'm starting from that position with most. He was a well-known psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever label he wanted to put on himself. People were buying his deal. Think about old Sig. Had a nephew that listened at the Christmas dinner. I can only imagine the conversation they had to have. And his name was Edward Bernays. Edward Bernays got a download from somewhere that gave him actually anybody could, if you would just accept it. We do all this stuff every day, but it's the ability to word things in such a way and flow of, he didn't use a tremendous amount of visual, but he damn sure used the visual with them girls walking down Broadway in New York. Got the first time women smoking cigarettes. That it never happened, and it did, because Edward moved the minds of the masses. And at the time, it was called propaganda. He was hired by the U.S. government. I mean, do your own research. That's what's wrong with us now. It's all the McDonald's world, the McDonald's syndrome. I'm not one to be speaking. I didn't read my first book until I was out of high school, but I could catch a football. And so anyway, back to Bernays. And then some of these techniques started being used because, hell, give me time. Give me time and enough data on a target, being a human, I can get them to do anything. Absolutely anything. Absolutely anything. I'm not kidding you. So, what you do to turn this thing around is you listen to me. Now, I'm getting the drift here because I just looked over here at this monitor and I got that Red Expo thing there going on. I need to explain to you that I just come back from this Red Expo that y'all heard me talk about whenever this thing's listened to by anybody. Can you imagine everybody out there in the world today? Let's talk about the lower 48 down here. Oh. If everybody knew what I'm laying out right here, if everybody knew what I'm laying out right here, my God, if everybody knew the value of what I'm trying my very best to give to those who still can think rationally, that use logic and fact to make their serious life decisions, I'd like to chat with you. I'd like to chat with you. I need your mind. I need your mind to help me find people who've lost their damn mind. Which is most people. Have you noticed that? That's what I need you for. Back on this Red Pill Expo, it changed my life. I'm not kidding you. I went out there mainly to see this man right here. Event program. That's not it. Edward Griffin. G. Edward Griffin. An amazing individual. There he is. There he is. He wrote the book, The Creature from Jekyll Island. However, he studied individuals like Eustace Mullins, Eustace Mullins, John, back in the day, Henry Ford knew these things very well. Henry Ford said, and it's a famous quote, if the public knew what the government was doing, we'd have a revolution by morning. That's what he said. But they paint a picture, these people that have put us into this 1x10 force matrix with unlimited breakaways, and if that doesn't make any sense to you, it's a glorified Amway. It's what it is, the damn thing. It's a pyramid scheme. Jesus. So I went to this to see that man right there. G. Edward Griffin. I went up to Mesquite, Nevada. But I got to meet all these other people. My Lord have mercy. Now this gentleman right here, we had a long talk, real long talk. I didn't even realize who he was. Real long talk with this guy. How interesting a fellow he was. Sitting right here to my right. And I called Sheriff Richard Mack today on the phone. Told him I was so impressed. I stood next to Clyde Bundy. Looked him in the eye and met his daddy. This is Amon Bundy, and I met his daddy, Clyde Bundy. Alex Newman, met Alex Newman. And most all these people, they're all excited about this platform I'm talking about bringing out. It's going to be a game changer. Jerry Day was a very interesting fellow, too. Very interesting. All these people. I have known Robert Scott Bell for a while, syndicated radio host, a homeopathic practitioner. Great guy. And great times. Great times. So that's what motivated me to take the bull by the horns here and launch an educational portal. Now, just amazingly enough, this Red Expo Mr. Griffin put together also has an educational portal. Can you imagine? When y'all get to know me a little more, you're going to find out what I call being in the river. When you're in the river and you have passion and you're focused and you start putting something together and you're thinking about it, the universe is working for you, because it's going to line you up with opportunities that will cut your workload damn near in half, if not completely away. In this particular case, almost completely away, I'd say. I've been thinking about an educational portal. But what a massive amount of infrastructure I'd have to create beyond just the platform in order to offer something that would be presentable and have some structure. Looky what. My mentor, so to speak, has already created, like I'm in his matrix. Really, I am. And we talked about that. He has an educational portal here. And it's a very simple thing. Hell, the thing is $3 a month. Now, let me tell you something that I can foresee, I can envision with the platform that we have. You can earn that just from the essence of who you are and listening to me as I talk on that little show every night like this. It's going to be the most subtle way that you've ever learned to. If you want to be, I'll use it, everybody else uses it, but this is real. If you do the necessary work, which is nothing but tell people to watch these movies that I'm telling you about and just to listen to me, if you can do that much, if you can do that much with passion, though, you have to believe in what I'm talking about. It can't be fake just because you want to load your pockets up with coins, okay? You have to be authentic. You have to be authentic. You would have to want to pass on this information regardless if there was this little carrot dangling on there that says you could make $1 million real fast. Which is what the reality of, if I was of a different mindset from a different place and time and I saw something like this, that someone told me that I can tell someone that they can get rich and in the process save our country from the dark side, my God, and it was legal and tax-free. That is hilarious, but it's true. Damn it, it's true. And I'm having a hell of a time telling people about it. Look at the amount of views I've got. And if you've listened to me twice, every time I have said this, please go do it. I've got something to share with the world, and I'm not shitting you. Leak Project tonight had a gentleman that I know very, very deeply. His name's Dr. Richard Allen Miller. He had a great show, and it talked about being able to create your own reality from sheer thought. Guess who I trained under? 1972. Amazing, isn't it? Kind of like being in a river. Great show. You need to come over to Rex's station, channel over here on YouTube, and click subscribe. He's a great provider of content. He has a boatload of good data. We'll be studying Rex, and we'll be showing our appreciation to Rex in the form of tokens of appreciation, which I will educate you on what that means at another time. This lady right here, young lady, has taken Hollywood and declared war on its evil ways. I'm not kidding you. Little Tiffany Fitzhenry. She's going to be supported by the Silent Supporters Society. And the Americans with Questions is another good little domain that I'm grabbing. Americans with Questions. See, you have to word these things. Words are powerful when you break it in, breaking the ice. You got to be subtle so it doesn't sound like, you know, you're just another out there like whatever. Some bunch of guys down there going to build a militia or something like that. Oh, good God. If anything comes to that point, we failed. Y'all didn't listen to me. Oh, I like that. Y'all didn't listen to me. That's good. This show right here that was today, it was live. I listened to it. If you don't know what the finders are, it's actually proof beyond doubt that the CIA has a child trafficking ring and prostitution and all sorts of other things. It's been proven, called the finders. Do some research. That's a little work. By the way, if you do a little research and you post something up on our to-be website soon called the Rabbit Hole Herald, and it has value, other people see it. If 1 million people that we have members, that's why we need people. If 1 million people see that and has value, and they flip you a dime for your trouble and the value they gained, do the math. 1 million people, 10 cents, do the math. Now you know how Facebook and Twitter and all those people where they make their cheese, they sell you content because people want to see it, and people say, "Look, read this." The whole time they got them banner ads going over there, and you ain't getting jack diddly. Oh, God. But we done figured it out. We done figured it out. We'll monetize waking up in the morning. All you got to do is tell people to come listen to me. Isn't that cool? X22 had 2 killer. He's more politically motivated, keeps up with what's going on up there in Crazyville. It's all black magic against, excuse me, pure magic, good magic. Why you saying magic? Because it's magic. It's conjure. Everything we live in is conjure. You do magic every day. Well, you wish for something, you come up with a little plan, you think it out, you know, whatever. I mean, you don't need the eye of a dog and hair of the newt to perform magic. We do it all the time. Prayer's magic. Everything's magic. It's just a different word. You know, it's just a different word. We're all doing it. It's innate. X22, these 2 tonight are absolutely great. Packed of content. We're going to support X22 and the people that make comments on any of this stuff on the rabbit hole. If you say you watched one of these videos from one of these people like Dave here, whoever, then you make a comment on the rabbit hole. People just see your damn comment. They'll start throwing a little appreciation at you. That appreciation is going to stack up. Just don't run out there and get no Bentley. We need help over here saving this country. And I'm not kidding when I say that. Okay. This is Common Sense Show. Dave Hodges, he does video about every 15, 20 minutes to an hour. I mean, he keeps on top of stuff over here. See why being in the river, I'd have to do all this kind of thing. I'd have to go, oh my God, I'm going to have to do all this video and everything. Hell, all you got to do is tell someone to listen to me. Look at the ride you're getting. Now, some of the people that are aggressive and really want to help because they're passionate and they can see how this could really help water the horses on the front lines, they're going to get aggressive with it, and they might have 1,000 people. You know, here's something I want to say. Help me get a hold of some of these radio talk show hosts, and you can damn near, I wouldn't say retire, but I'd say you can sure enough stack you up some value real quick. Because there's value in finding more minds. Be a mind miner, and there is a gratuity and a show of appreciation from all of us for finding us another mind. There's a reason that I want to get to a million minds. A big reason. It has nothing to do with you making any cheese. However, in order for me to get there to that number I need, a bunch of you going to stack it up, helping me save the country at the same time. Does this sound crazy? But it's not. It is so simple. It's silly. You know, we won't accept the truth. It's got to come from MIT, who's lying their ass off to us. You won't believe someone who had an epiphany or was given a vision from the ambient, from the source. But you'll believe Hollywood? Whoa. You know, anyway, and I put this little tab here on there to remind me to tell y'all about this Million Mind Movement. Now, see, I've been putting work into this. I damn sure have. And everything that I in my life, seriously, everything in my life I poured into this deal. everything. What does he mean by everything? Do you understand what the word everything means? If so, use it in the Queen's English. Go to Webster's if need be. Everything. And I'm giving it away. Huh, what? Giving it away. Giving it away. If I don't show value on my own platform, I don't put beans on the table. How fair is that? So, it's the Red Pill Expo was a mirror in my life. If you don't know what that means, Greg Braden, wonderful, wonderful person, wrote a book and did a series or did a lecture on the Essenes. That's the civilization long, long time ago. Some of our laws still written on Essene, but they're a long time ago. And it's called the 7 Essene Mirrors. And the way life is, if you are cognizant, you're not sleeping, you're awake. I hate that people saying that, but you're aware, you're alive, alert, awake, alive, alert, awake, and aware, whatever. You know what's going on, and you're using your mind to look for signals that you're on the right path. And all of a sudden you see something that just jogs your mind, and you go, oh my God, I'm on the right path. And that was what happened at this Red Pill Expo. I went through hell and high water to get there. But the blessing was beyond my comprehension. Beyond my comprehension. I hope that every one of y'all find that feeling. And guess what? It's in this movement that I'm talking about. You can find anything that you want by helping me save this country. And it's really not this country. It's helped me introduce a new theme or culture. And it's going to be based on a fair exchange of value in all of our affairs. It's the only way out, really, that I can see now that is doable. And we will be creating an internal means of circulating value, if you know what I mean. We'll be able to move value, some people would call it money, inside of our circle that would sustain those that are willing to put forth work to increase the value of the overall community. And that means through a form of a picture. People see the value in it and give you a token of appreciation. That's circulating. Just like this system we're in now. Every time that you spend $1, you're circulating, except they expand it into our money system. And I'll go into all that. That's going to be in one of the videos done by Mr. Mike Maloney. Wonderful little video that you'll understand how the crooked little thieves of the Federal Reserve Bank have been stealing from us since 1913 and even before. But that's something that we're going to go over. Hope that you'll find great value in all this content. I'm sure that you will. Just wanted to share that, and I'm going to sign off. But listen to this. You're going to be faced with this real soon. Once a person who has been honestly mistaken all of their life learns the truth, they either cease to be mistaken and start speaking the truth they now understand, or they cease to be honest. What say you? Ramblin' Randy, we down.